Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a bit different, and I was honestly thinking of not making this, but I feel like I need to get this out of my system. So, I live in this small town called Stafford, Virginia, in the wonderful United States of America. And, I mean, it's not just like this here, I've seen this everywhere I go. And it's so sad to see because I see all these people walking around and doing things, and they're like zombies in a maze, and as if all the color has been sucked out of their life, and like everything is gray to them now. And instead of dreaming with their eyes open and doing what they love, they're just doing what others expect of them, or doing what they think is the norm and what is right. And I think the biggest problem with a lot of people, in my opinion, is that they have all these big dreams and amazing plans for their lives, and they get this opinion from someone else of how it's not practical, or they shouldn't do it because, oh, they're not going to make a good living doing it. Like, first of all, how would those people even know? Because they've never even tried to do that themselves. So why are you even taking that into consideration? And then they just kind of give up because these people are telling them that they can't do it or it's not practical. And like I said, instead of fighting for their dreams, they just give up. And let me tell you something, no one can hear you dream in an office. Like all these like you could be the next great author like J.K. Rowling. You could create the next best movie, or you could become a fantastic actor or singer or musician. But you're not trying anymore because someone told you you couldn't, or you're seeing all these people who are saying, "Oh, it's better if you go and have like a job and like an office or like with a corporate business and stuff like that." And it's just so frustrating. Like, all my life, I hear people telling me that there are so many doors for you to open, and it's as if they have that door opened to the stuff that they want to do and the aspirations and dreams they have, and then someone says something and they just close those doors and lock it and go and look for something more practical. And you can be so much more than you've ever been if you just dreamt with your eyes wide open. People call me crazy because I go around and I like make up stories and I sing and I write and I draw. And people say, "Oh, it's not practical." I tell my dad, "Oh, I want to be an actor. I want to be a singer and a musician." And he's like, "Well, that's not practical. You want to look for something more practical that'll help you get a living." And like, he's never tried. People who tell me these things have never tried themselves. I talk about leaving this town and moving to California or the United Kingdom or just somewhere out of the ordinary for a small town girl. And they're like, "Oh, you'll regret this." Well, how do you know if I'll regret this if you have never left this town yourself other than for a small vacation in somewhere that you're also very familiar with? And another thing is, if everybody in this world had given up on their dreams, we wouldn't have movies, TV, books, music, actors. Like, we wouldn't have all these amazing things if everybody just gave up on their dreams. Hell, if Thomas Edison had given up, he wouldn't have invented the light bulb and we'd be sitting here in the dark. And if Ben Franklin hadn't gone outside with a kite and flown it in the rain, then he wouldn't have discovered electricity. Like, if they had just given up or done what everybody else wanted them to, they wouldn't be doing what these amazing things. We wouldn't have a telephone, we wouldn't have electricity, we wouldn't have light bulbs, we wouldn't have any of this stuff if people had just given up. And I know it's hard because there's a lot of people in this world are going to tell you you cannot do it, but you can. And I can't express, like, how important it is to not give up on those dreams. Like, sure, it's gonna be hard, but everything in this world is hard. I feel like, for me, I feel like I have this flame inside of me, and because I've been doing what I love, whether it be making these covers on YouTube, looking into, like, scripts and, like, acting in my room and just, like, pretending like I'm in, like, a movie scene, and writing and coming up with all these crazy ideas, I feel like this light inside of me is burning brighter than it ever has before. And what people need to do is they need to just break free, and instead of hiding away, just, like, relight their flames and go back to following their dreams and let their light shine brighter than they ever have before. And it saddens me to know that so many people are giving up, and so many people are just kind of accepting that they may never be an actor or musician because someone said something like, "Oh, this is too hard to do," because it's not. Well, I mean, it's gonna be a hard journey, but you'll never know unless you try. So I guess the whole message of this rant and video is to not give up and not let what others say affect you, because if you constantly live for other people instead of your health, yourself, you're going to be living a very sad and miserable life. Go out there and explore the world. Who cares if someone makes fun of you because you're writing up these stories in your head or in a journal? Who cares if people make fun of you because you want to be an actor and you sit and talk to yourself and act like in your movie scene and acting out parts of a movie scene? Like, if that's your passion and that's what you want to do, go do it. The same goes for if you want to be a doctor or if you want to be a veterinarian. Like, if those are the things you want to do, go for them. I'm not bashing on people who work in offices or corporate buildings, because maybe that's what they really wanted to do, and if that's what they wanted to do, then good for them, because they're doing what they wanted to do. But don't just do things because other people want you to, or because other people have said, "Oh, it's a stupid idea to go doing something else and it's not practical," because, like I said, you're not going to be living a happy life. But yeah, I just had to get that out of my system. But I hope you really listen to these words, and instead of giving up on your dreams, reach for them and just go for them. Because if everybody was just like everybody else, this world would be a boring place. We wouldn't have electricity if people gave up. So don't give up on your dreams or yourself, and don't let others tell you that your dreams are stupid aren't practical, because that's just a bold-faced lie. I'll see you in the next video.